of all, it's a pleasure to meet you guys again. And Keisha, it's a pleasure as well to finally meet you. Uh, like what Jing said, yeah, I'm looking forward to like start as a beginner, and I would love to learn from what you guys learned for this past 1 month. I would highly appreciate that if you guys could bring me, help me to keep up your pace right now. So.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Dibba. Okay. Let's see. That's pretty much it. Let's go down the line and see if anybody has anything to say. Aldo, let's start with you first.
I know. Just welcome back, Dibba. Have a good day ahead.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Aldo. Let's go to Ghani.
Welcome back, Lur.
All right, fantastic. And Kezia, you're relatively new here. I think this might be the first time you've met Dibba. So, okay, anything to say from your side, Kezia?
From me, nice to meet you, Kak.
Okay. All right, fantastic. And Rizal.
All good, sir.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Yeah. Dibba, I think that the team is excited to see you back. So that part is to me that's really good. Okay. Let's go ahead and begin now. So I believe let's see who's turn today. Okay, Aldo. All right, take it away, Aldo. Let's see what we got. Yeah, this is the discussion. The Scrum. Yeah, come on in. Oh, you want to join? Yeah. Okay. All right, Wayana will also be joining. I've asked, actually, a little heads up before we begin. During the past month or so, a lot of the leadership responsibility has been taken by myself. And I'll tell you a little bit about what was going on. So during a moment of we talked about this, I think, yesterday in leadership. We realized that there are people who are, let's say, crisis leaders, and there are people who are better, let's say, for peacetime leaders, right? So I think what we've been experiencing over the past, especially the past month, has been one of the largest crises probably imaginable in our company and many companies' histories. So I think during a crisis, like there needs to be much more direct involvement from perhaps me. I have tends to be the most experienced and also the perhaps the clearest vision of where we need to get to. So during that time, I was involved heavily in each chapter to sort of set the missions and to make sure that the processes were going in a way that would develop a research ethos. So now going forward, what I'd like to actually, before we even start the Scrum, I'd like to share my screen real quick and just emphasize something that we talked about yesterday. And this idea is, okay, just give me a second here, and I'll eventually get to the reason why Wyan is here too. The idea is this process of what leadership means from my perspective, and I think it's actually important to sort of deconstruct leadership during this time. So basically what I consider good leadership and effective leadership during these times will be a few things. The first thing is a process of discovery. So are we actually discovering as a leader, and it can be down to every person too as well. It's not the leader that does this. Everyone should do this. But let's say especially important as a leader for this first part is the discovery. As a leader, you need to find the most urgent problems first, and you also need to find the most urgent opportunities, meaning that this idea of priority is very important. I think that goes without saying that if you put the wrong things in priority, then it might be months before we discover that some things aren't right and put back in order. The next part is this idea of solution finding. Of once we have discovered the opportunity and once we've discovered the problem, what is the solution? What is the plan? What is our vision to get there? And then the last part is the execution. And how are we going to implement it? How are we going to take and track that journey to get to that outcome? Now, we've been doing a lot of that in this chapter over the past few weeks. And what I'd like to do gradually is to delegate more and more of this package to different people on the team. Now, the truth is that nobody is actually perfect at this, at all of these things. There are people who are going to be better at discovery. There are people who are better at solution finding. There are people who are going to be better at execution. But I think as a leader, what a leader does is essentially they can organize the best people into each category so that there's an overall fluency and there's an overall synchronicity in the direction where the chapter goes. Okay, so this is my objective for this month. My objective for this month is that now that we are in perhaps the worst case situation, and it's going to be this way for a while, at least we have stability now. At least we know where we are in terms of where things are going to be. I think in the future, we know that there's pretty much no more operations happening. So we've accepted that as our new reality base, which is good. That allows us now to have a stable base to continue our work, and it becomes more of a routine process now. Now that we've achieved this, we've arrived at this new sort of situation here. Okay, and so as a result, we're asking more leaders and more everybody to be present. And that's not even the leaders in your chapter, but just people we think of leaders generally to be present and to be around so that they can discover what are the opportunities and what are the problems, so that they can also help with finding solutions and they can also aid in the execution if necessary. So I think this is a change from the previous few weeks where most of our senior leaders were absent or yeah, almost. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, there was a lot of that. And I think this return to general principles is good. As I've spoken with also a lot of the senior leaders, Wayana, Dibba, Bayu, everyone, there is an opportunity, I think, for new leadership to emerge, which is if you feel like you are gaining momentum and such, you probably are. If you feel like you're getting this energy behind you, you probably are. And there is opportunities, I think, for everybody to become new leads in whatever you want to do, whether it's just to work on your initiative or to work in your chapter or such and such. Okay. So that being said, I'm cultivating a culture of leadership this month. So I'm going to be working with everybody and also with people who were the traditional leads to really think about this process of how to discover, how to find solutions, and how to execute with their teams. Okay, all right, that's it. That's my brief and the direction we're going to kind of go in. And slowly, I'd like to remove myself gradually from like the daily activities and allow new talent to fill in the space. Okay, so that's pretty much it, and I'll go back to Aldo. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir, for the and let's go to the breakout meetings yesterday. Is discussion about global. I think the discussion about global branding and professional networking is already done. Maybe Mr. Secretary, you can delete this. And let's go to the Trello. I think it's on my side first. So this is the 3.0. This is the new pivot that based on my talk with Jing yesterday. So this pivot is basically about asking Burcu to be our mentor at our DM days, talking about FB ads. And my update is already asking Mas Rizal to the questions about Facebook ads. It's in here. Maybe if everyone want to add, you can comment on this too. Next to the 2.2, it's about reaching to brand partnership, and the update is I already contacted through LinkedIn. I'm waiting for responses. For the D2.1, also the same. I'm waiting responses from the contact here through LinkedIn. And for the Growth Hacker 2, it's the same. I contacted several and from LinkedIn and waiting for responses. For the D171, the updates here is Burcu already introduced us to Summit, so I will contact him at LinkedIn. And also we have with bed source this night at 8 p.m. If you want to join, it's on BV Scrum. Also at D151 is also I will also introduce us to Dimitri. So I think it's a good opportunity to talk about the market at Eastern Europe. Yeah, Eastern Europe. And that's all from my updates. Let's go to Mas Rizal.
Okay, thank you, Aldo. And the first pivot is from G4.2 from short-term ads. And basically, we got one potential partner. I don't know it's potential or not. It's from Florence Market that already signed up, but he already signed up using for Codio. It's mean God is big or good damned. And he also using a failure to T. It's mean everyone is fail. So I don't know. Basically, this guy is want to he anger about the market or I don't know like
Troll. Troll.
yeah, but I don't know. He also attach the contact if we can contact them so we know what the problem is. But I do have a pivot for this. So after the Florence as it's finished, we'll do pivot to reach market based on Pavel advice, except it's Europe, which is Israel, Greece, Turkey, and Sri Lanka. Yeah, that's from the update. And next to pivot B6.0, it's from Balinese market. Basically, it's just showing up impression and unit link clicks. And yeah, if you can see the number, and I think there's no contact on WhatsApp right now, I think. And then next to the 2.5, it's from high standard listing, and I do pivot to apply it the best practice in our current listing. And I will also collaborate with Mas Ghani. So I will update on Mas Ghani card for better coordination, and I will also apply Chinese and Russian language translation. And next to pivot C3.2, it's from maintenance BV website. So the last update is Kesia is already finished her article, but I will give some feedback by today, and I will launch the article by today, and I will create experiment to fix the site manage my property to reduce the bounce rate, and also I will pairing with Andre to know the insight for cleanliness for the next article. Yes, I'll do.
I think the link for the article is can be attached in here too, so we all can read this and.
Yeah. Okay. I will. Wait. I will attach it right now. Maybe we can skip it first, and I will come back later.
Okay. I think that's all ya Mas Rizal.
Yeah.
Okay, continue to Mas Ghani.
Okay, good morning everyone. For the initiative F2.1, I want to increase YouTube organic engagement. So basically, I already attached the impression and the analytic result from what I did on the YouTube side. So basically, as you can see on the all of video there with user unique format title, which means Bukit Vista slash Skillshare and slash the title name. It's raised the view faster than the old video. So I think this is a good sign. This is a good sign for us to if we can manage YouTube by YouTube SEO, we can raise the viewers and subscriber faster. So I will continue this plan about the setting the title, and then add the thumbnail, and then create the description, and then add the hashtag on the each video on that we have. Yeah, that's update from that initiative. And then let's move to another initiative, F2, about the branding through knowledge charity event. So I already coordination with Lilis, and I already shared the poster through Instagram and Facebook. And today I will share it on LinkedIn as well. So hopefully we can get a lot of participants then. Okay, maybe we can move. And on the initiative E 2.1 about the new format description and translation, you can scroll down on the comment. So basically, we have several list property that we have so many inquiry on the last 4 months, and I already create the list. So as you can see, the result that I did on the April, I already create a new description and add translation on Kakol, Atra, Despacito, Labome, and Kencana. So as you can see on the paper like that, on the Kakol, multiple bedroom listing got impression up to 80% above median market, and then Atra, and then another property. So even there is no cash right now, at least we still maintain our listing. So it is we still have got impression above median market. So I think this is also a good sign for us, that if we still keeping the edit the description, maybe delete some photo that's not necessary, and then maybe put the photo caption, and there I think this is will keep the impression above the median market. So I will continue to do the edit for my description on Filator Toy Satri for today. Yes, sir.
Sure. I want to compliment Ghani on that. Ghani, that's really good. I think what you've taken is you've taken an abstract idea and made it concrete with data now. So before we're like, how do we maintain ranking?
Yeah.
Now we can see what ranking actually means. In terms of we used to look at booking pace,
Yeah.
but since there's no bookings, we can look at impressions.
Yeah.
I think that's actually pretty clear for everyone now what that means. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yes, sir. That's right. I think we still keep the impression, even though there is no guest right now. At least tomorrow in the future, when the guests come to Bali, at least our listing is already on top on the LBFP. Okay, I think this is from my update. Yeah, I another update. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, continue to Kezia.
Okay, so my update, you can see on progress. That's a point that I got the data about what type of media consumption each generation, such as millennial, Gen Z, Boomer, and Gen X. So the result is millennial consume social media much than the other Gen. And yeah, you can see there. So because I want to bring the humanity value through the branding awareness, so I must to figure out which media that I can use to bring a Bukit Vista or a branding awareness. But maybe actually with Gen Z, Boomer, and Gen X, they are most using broadcast TV, but we can copy that pattern of broadcast TV through our social media. So yeah, maybe I will research about it later. I think that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. So let's go to the breakout meetings today. It's 11:45. Russian versus Chinese translation between Mas Ghani and Mas Rizal, and also the pipeline of leads.
Oh, sorry, that's Ghani and me. Sorry, yeah, sorry. Why did I put Rizal's name on it? It's Ghani and Jing.
Okay, maybe Mr. Secretary can put it on another. Is there another breakout meetings?
Mr. Chair, I would just request that we can just do the Russian and Chinese translation at 11:30 right after this. And for the second one, the pipeline of leads, that was related to the announcement that we had at Bukit Vista WhatsApp group this morning. I think I understand it right now. They're supposed to come into me, but I didn't know that there was a Trello also involved as well. Or sorry, a Slack that had this. So the simple request is maybe can somebody add me to that Slack feed? So if there's a lead, I can come in. In this particular case, I think this was a what do you call it? A troll result. So it's somebody who's just maybe like mouthing off. But in the future, if there are real leads, then I'll. Thank you very much for adding me in. Okay, great. I see. Yeah, I see that I've been added on this side. Okay, cool. That's pretty much it then. On my side. Yeah.
Okay. Is there any breakout meetings with another chapter, guys?
Maybe me with Andre will do pairing for community for the article cleanliness about cleanliness. I think about two Wita.
Okay, maybe you can write down here, Mr. Secretary. Okay, I think that's it for today. Thank you guys for attending. Have a good day.
Okay, one last thing. Can I get maybe Rizal to sort of give an orientation to Dibba? I think you guys have a pretty good relationship. So why don't Rizal take some time today to get Dibba up to speed on sort of the things that we've been doing. Cover, I think, the idea of the combined mission hierarchy. We have a company mission, a chapter mission, initiatives, and benefits. I think that'll be a pretty important understanding. Maybe also with Kezia too as well. If there's maybe a 2-for-1, that there could be a general orientation on what's happened, and maybe an up-to-date progress, on successes and avoidable mistakes that we've had in the past, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, all right, gentlemen, thank you very much for the meeting today. Yeah,